Welcome back to the Cash Kicks channel for expert sports analysis, the best team picks, total picks, and in-depth breakdowns based on previous performances. Stay ahead of the game with our winning insights. And for even more exclusive parlay picks, check out Channel and Membership. Milwaukee Bucks versus Boston Celtics. The stakes are unmistakable at TD Garden. Milwaukee arrives at 18-28. Fourth in the Central Division and clinging to relevance in the Eastern Conference race, trying to halt a four-game skid that's beginning to define its season. Boston stands 30-18, second in the Atlantic, firmly planted in the upper tier of the East and defending home court with purpose. The numbers tilt heavily toward the Celtics, a 75.9% projected edge. But desperation has a way of sharpening focus. For Milwaukee, this is about survival. For Boston, it's about separation. Boston scores 116.3 points per game and allows just 109.7, pairing offensive balance with defensive structure. Milwaukee averages 111.8 points, but surrenders 115.8, a gap that has cost them late. The Bucks shoot a strong 48% from the field, slightly better than Boston's 47%, yet the Celtics' efficiency stretches beyond raw percentage. Boston's ball movement produces 23.9 assists per night, while Milwaukee counters with 26.3, showing the Bucks can generate rhythm when the offense flows. Rebounding favors Boston at 44.9 per game to Milwaukee's 40.6. A critical edge in second-chance opportunities. The Celtics also protect the rim with 5.3 blocks per contest, compared to Milwaukee's 4.2, and both teams hover near 8 steals a game. From deep, Boston connects on 36.8% of its threes, Milwaukee at 32.2%, a spacing differential that could widen the floor early. Individually, Milwaukee leans on Giannis Antetokounmpo's 28.0 points, 10.0 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game on 64.5% shooting, relentless efficiency in the paint and in transition. Kevin Porter Jr. adds 16.8 points and 7.4 assists, giving the Bucks secondary creation, while Ryan Rollins chips in 16.3 points. For Boston, Jaylen Brown leads with 29.4 points per game on 48.3% shooting and 35.5% from three, complemented by 5.6 rebounds and 4.9 assists. Derek White supplies 17.2 points, 5.4 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.5 blocks, a two-way stabilizer. Neemias Queta anchors inside with 8.1 rebounds and 1.4 blocks, reinforcing Boston's interior control. The defining theme is clear: Milwaukee's interior force and playmaking volume against Boston's balance, spacing, and defensive discipline. Recent form sharpens that contrast. The Bucks have dropped 4 of their last 5, losses to Washington, 109-99, Philadelphia, 139-122, Denver, 102-100, and Oklahoma City, 122-102, with their lone bright spot, a 112-110 win over Atlanta. Defensive lapses and inconsistent late-game execution have been recurring issues. Boston, meanwhile, has won 3 of its last 5, including a decisive 130-126 victory over Brooklyn and a 112-93 statement against Sacramento. Even in defeat, tight contests against Atlanta and Chicago, the Celtics' offensive structure has remained intact. They're scoring in bunches and closing quarters with confidence. The star duel commands attention. Antetokounmpo's 64.5% field goal efficiency is elite. Forceful drives, second-chance finishes, constant pressure. Brown counters with perimeter versatility, scoring at all 3 levels and stretching defenses beyond the arc. Giannis thrives in chaos and transition. Brown thrives in space and rhythm. If Antetokounmpo dominates the paint early, Boston must collapse and rotate quickly. If Brown finds clean perimeter looks, Milwaukee's defense will be forced to chase. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Boston Celtics winner. Tactically, Boston's edge lies in rebounding and rim protection. Their ability to finish possessions and spark transition could exploit Milwaukee's defensive imbalance. The Bucks, however, generate more assists and can quicken the tempo, turning the game into a flow contest rather than a half-court grind. Turnovers and three-point accuracy loom as X factors. Boston shoots nearly 37% from deep. Milwaukee lags behind. If the Celtics create space through ball movement and maintain their defensive shape, they control tempo. But if the Bucks convert efficiently inside and limit second-chance points, pressure shifts. Bench production and late-game composure favor Boston. The Celtics' defensive switching and interior presence allow them to close without overextending. Milwaukee must play disciplined, connected basketball for 48 minutes, something that has eluded them recently. Boston's balance and rebounding edge hold firm at home. Expect Milwaukee to compete behind Antetokounmpo's efficiency, but Boston's perimeter shooting and defensive stability tilt the margin late. Boston's structure, spacing, and control of the glass ultimately separate them. A steady contender reinforcing its standing, while Milwaukee continues searching for answers. My second pick for this match is total over 215.5, Brooklyn Nets versus Detroit Pistons. The records tell the story before the ball even goes up. Detroit enters at 35-12, first in the Central Division and firmly planted near the top of the Eastern Conference. Brooklyn arrives at 13-34, fifth in the Atlantic, and searching for traction. One team is chasing seeding and home court positioning. The other is fighting to prove it belongs in the conversation. The numbers lean heavily toward Detroit. An 83.9% win probability reflects the gap in performance and consistency. But this is a conference matchup with long-term implications. Detroit tightening its grip on the East, Brooklyn trying to disrupt the hierarchy and build belief. Detroit averages 116.8 points per game on 48% shooting, compared to Brooklyn's 107.7 on 44%. The Pistons stretch the floor with 34.5% three-point shooting and convert 78.2% at the line. The Nets shoot 34.0% from deep and 78.0% from the stripe, solid, but not enough to offset the efficiency gap. On the glass, Detroit controls the interior with 45.7 rebounds per game to Brooklyn's 40.1. They also protect the rim and disrupt passing lanes. 6.5 blocks and 10.5 steals per night. Brooklyn counters with 4.4 blocks and 7.7 steals, but their defensive resistance has slipped, allowing 114.4 points per game compared to Detroit's 110.4. The engines are clear. Michael Porter Jr. leads Brooklyn with 25.6 points per game on 48.2% shooting and 39.8% from three, adding 7.3 rebounds and 3.2 assists. Nick Claxton anchors the interior with 7.5 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 1.4 blocks while shooting an efficient 57.6% from the field. Detroit answers with Cade Cunningham, 25.3 points, 9.7 assists, 5.7 rebounds, orchestrating everything at 45.4% shooting. Jalen Duren controls the glass with 10.6 rebounds and finishes at 63.8% from the floor. Isaiah Stewart adds 1.9 blocks, reinforcing Detroit's defensive backbone. The primary theme is balance versus imbalance. Detroit's scoring, rebounding, and playmaking are distributed and steady. Brooklyn leans heavily on Porter's shot-making and Claxton's efficiency. Recent form sharpens the contrast. Brooklyn has dropped 4 of its last 5, losses to Denver, Phoenix, the Clippers, and Boston, giving up 126, 126, and 130 points in that stretch. Their lone bright spot, a 109-99 win over Utah. Defensive lapses and late-game breakdowns have defined the skid. Detroit, meanwhile, has won 4 of 5, victories over Golden State, Phoenix, Denver, and Houston. The offense has been fluid, topping 114 points in 3 of those wins. Even in their loss to Sacramento, they competed offensively. The Pistons are trending upward with confidence and structure. The star duel centers on Porter and Cunningham. Porter scores with rhythm, smooth catch-and-shoot threes, efficient mid-range work, 85.1% from the line. Cunningham plays with control and tempo, probing defenses, collapsing help, and spraying to shooters while maintaining 32.2% from deep and 81.8% at the stripe. One thrives on scoring bursts. The other dictates pace and decision-making. If Porter catches early fire, Brooklyn stays attached. If Cunningham controls tempo and limits turnovers, Detroit dictates the flow. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Detroit Pistons winner tactically. Detroit's edge begins in transition and on the boards. Extra possessions through rebounding fuel their 26.6 assists per game and balanced attack. Their length on the perimeter generates steals that become easy points. Brooklyn must value the ball. They average 14.4 turnovers and find second-chance opportunities despite a rebounding deficit. Watch the paint. Claxton's rim efficiency versus Duran's physicality. Stewart's help defense against Porter's drives. Detroit's switching and weak side rotations have been sharper. Brooklyn needs spacing, ball movement, and early clock opportunities before Detroit's defense sets. The X factor is pace. If this becomes a half-court grind, Detroit's discipline wins out. If Brooklyn turns it into a perimeter rhythm game and shoots above its averages, tension builds quickly. Detroit's balance and rebounding control prove decisive. Expect Cunningham to flirt with a double-digit assist night, Duren to dominate the glass, and Detroit's defense to generate separation in the third quarter. The edge is structure. Detroit's cohesion, efficiency, and defensive stability carry them forward and reinforce their place among the East's elite. My second pick for this match is total over 211.5. Utah Jazz versus Toronto Raptors. The Utah Jazz arrive in Toronto at 15-34, 13th in the Western Conference, trying to halt a 4-game slide. The Raptors stand at 29-21, 4th in the East, firmly planted in the playoff picture and protecting home floor at Scotiabank Arena. On paper, this is a separation game, a team chasing stability against a team chasing positioning. The numbers lean heavily toward Toronto, with a decisive edge in win probability, but desperation has a way of sharpening focus. For Utah, it's about stopping the skid. For Toronto, it's about tightening its grip on the Atlantic race. Utah scores 118.4 points per game, but surrenders 127.4, a wide defensive gap that explains the record. Toronto posts 113.7 per night, while allowing 112.4, a far more balanced profile. Both clubs shoot 47% from the field, but the Raptors defend with more resistance and generate more disruption. 8.4 steals and 4.7 blocks per game compared to Utah's 7.8 steals and 3.5 blocks. The Jazz move the ball well at 30.3 assists per contest. Toronto is close behind at 29.5. Rebounding is nearly even, 43.6 for Utah, 43.1 for Toronto. But the Raptors protect possessions better, committing just 13.3 turnovers to Utah's 15.3. Lauri Markkanen drives Utah's offense with 27.4 points per game on 47.9% shooting, 36.4% from three, and 88.6% at the line. He adds 7.0 rebounds and a 1.412 efficiency mark, stretching defenses as a high-volume scorer. Jusuf Nurkic anchors the interior with 10.1 rebounds and 5.0 assists, while Isaiah Collier supplies 6.7 assists to fuel pace and spacing. Yet defensively, Utah's rim protection and transition coverage have faltered, reflected in the 127.4 points allowed. Toronto counters with Brandon Ingram's 21.9 points per game on 47.2% shooting and 36.1% from deep. Scotty Barnes brings two-way balance, 19.4 points, 8.3 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and 1.5 blocks, while Emmanuel Quickley adds 6.1 assists and perimeter scoring punch. Barnes's defensive activity, 1.3 steals and elite versatility, stabilizes a unit that switches, contests, and closes possessions. The defining theme emerges clearly: Utah's explosive scoring versus Toronto's structured balance and defensive discipline. Recent form sharpens the contrast. The Jazz have dropped 5 straight, losses to Brooklyn, Golden State, the Clippers, Miami, and San Antonio, allowing 109, 140, 115, 147, and 126 points. The offense still flashes, but defensive breakdowns and late-game lapses persist. Toronto has split its last 5, beating Oklahoma City, Portland, and Sacramento, while falling to Orlando and New York. Even in defeat, the margins are competitive. The Raptors' wins have come with improved defensive engagement and controlled tempo, suggesting a team finding rhythm rather than searching for it. The spotlight turns to Markkanen and Ingram. Markkanen operates with precision and range, 9.3 field goals per game, nearly 3 triples a night, and elite free throw reliability. Ingram counters with measured shot creation and mid-range control, averaging 8.1 field goals on 17.3 attempts, balanced by 5.9 rebounds and 3.7 assists. Markkanen's volume tests Toronto's perimeter discipline. Ingram's efficiency probes Utah's softer defensive shell. Add Barnes's all-around presence, and the Raptors possess the more versatile star trio. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Toronto Raptors winner. Tactically, the game hinges on containment. Utah wants pace, ball movement, and early offense before Toronto sets its defense. The Raptors will look to crowd Markkanen, switch actions involving Barnes, and force Utah into half-court possessions where turnovers become live ball opportunities. On the other end, Toronto's spacing and interior balance challenge a Jazz defense, allowing the league's most points among the two. Rebounding is close statistically, but second-chance points and transition defense could tilt momentum quickly. The X factor: Utah's ability to defend without fouling and limit turnovers. If that falters, Toronto's depth and defensive length will capitalize. Expect competitiveness early, especially if Utah's shooters find rhythm. But over 48 minutes, Toronto's defensive steadiness and lower turnover rate should control tempo. The Raptors' balance, 3 primary creators, reliable efficiency, and superior defensive metrics, gives them the clearer edge. The difference is discipline. Cleaner possessions, firmer defense, and the composure of a playoff team protecting its place. My second pick for this match is total over 230.5. Los Angeles Lakers versus New York Knicks. Madison Square Garden sets the stage for a February heavyweight clash. The Los Angeles Lakers arrive at 29-18, 5th in the West, chasing position in a tightly packed conference race. The New York Knicks stand 30-18, 2nd in the East, protecting home floor and building separation near the top of their standings. New York rides a 5-game winning streak into this one, and the matchup predictor leans their way at 68.2%. This is more than a mid-season meeting. It's a statement opportunity with playoff seeding implications on both coasts. The numbers outline 2 balanced, high-level teams. The Lakers score 116.5 points per game while shooting 50% from the field. They add 25.1 assists, 41.4 rebounds, 8.2 steals, and 4.1 blocks, surrendering 116.4 points a night. Luka Doncic drives the engine with 33.7 points, 8.8 assists, and 8.6 rebounds, shooting 47.7% from the field, 34.7% from 3, and 78% at the line. Austin Reeves contributes 26.6 points on 50.7% shooting and 36.5% from deep, while LeBron James supplies 21.9 points and 6.6 assists on 50.2% efficiency. Inside, DeAndre Ayton anchors the paint with 8.6 rebounds and 1.0 block per game, finishing at 67% from the floor. New York answers with 117.7 points per game and allows just 112.3, the sharper defensive profile in this matchup. The Knicks shoot 47% overall, pull down 46.4 rebounds, dish 26.8 assists, and match the Lakers with 8.2 steals, while blocking 4.2 shots per contest. Jalen Brunson leads with 27.6 points and 5.9 assists on 47.5% shooting, 38.4% from 3, and a steady 85.2% at the stripe. Karl Anthony Towns adds 20.0 points and 11.8 rebounds, stretching the floor at 36.1% from 3 and 85.8% from the line. OG Anunoby supplies 16.2 points with 1.8 steals, while Mitchell Robinson protects the rim with 1.1 blocks and 67.9% finishing. The defining theme is clear: Los Angeles' elite shot-making efficiency against New York's rebounding depth and defensive resistance. Precision versus pressure. Recent form tilts sharply toward the home side. The Lakers are 2-3 in their last 5, including a 129-99 loss to Cleveland and a 112-104 defeat against the Clippers. Their wins over Washington and Dallas showed offensive bursts, but defensive consistency has wavered. New York has won 5 straight, decisive victories over Portland, Toronto, Sacramento, Philadelphia, and Brooklyn. They've topped 110 points in 4 of those games and held opponents under 100 twice. The Knicks are dictating pace, rebounding with authority, and closing with confidence. The centerpiece duel belongs to Doncic and Brunson. Doncic operates with size and tempo control, blending deep-range shot creation with post mismatches and cross-court vision. His 33.7-point average speaks to volume and versatility, and his 8.8 assists show how he bends defenses. Brunson counters with footwork, poise, and ruthless efficiency. Nearly 48% from the field and over 38% from 3, with elite free throw accuracy. Where Doncic overwhelms, Brunson dissects. Add Towns' rebounding against Ayton inside, and the interior battle becomes just as pivotal as the backcourt fireworks. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is New York Knicks winner. Tactically, the Knicks hold the rebounding edge, 46.4 to 41.4, and the defensive advantage in points allowed. That suggests extra possessions and cleaner late-game margins. The Lakers' 50% shooting is the most potent weapon on the floor. If they maintain that efficiency and limit turnovers, 14.3 per game, they can neutralize New York's depth. Expect the Knicks to pressure the perimeter, switch aggressively with Anunoby, and crowd Doncic with length. The Lakers will counter by spacing the floor and leveraging Ayton in pick-and-roll action to collapse the defense. Bench impact and late-game execution favor the Knicks right now. They're protecting home court and closing strong during this 5-game surge. The X factor, 3-point rhythm. New York's 38.4% from Brunson and 36.1% from Towns' stretch defenses. If those looks fall early, the Garden crowd amplifies every run. New York's rebounding control, defensive discipline, and current momentum create just enough separation. The Lakers will score, they always do. But the Knicks' balance and home court edge tilt this primetime showdown their way. My second pick for this match is total over 227.5, Cleveland Cavaliers versus Portland Trail Blazers. The Cleveland Cavaliers arrive at 29-21, 5th in the Eastern Conference, and climbing in the Central Division. The Portland Trail Blazers stand 23-26, ninth in the West and fighting to stay in the playoff conversation. The numbers lean toward Cleveland, a 63.5% edge, but the setting is Portland, where the Blazers are 13-11 at home and desperate to halt a 4-game slide. For Cleveland, this is about tightening their grip on positioning. For Portland, it's about survival. Cleveland scores 119.1 points per game while allowing 116.3. Portland averages 115.1 and gives up 117.6. The Cavaliers shoot 47% from the field to Portland's 45%, move the ball better with 28.4 assists to 24.1, and create more disruption with 8.8 steals and 5.1 blocks per night. Rebounding is nearly even, 44.8 for Cleveland, 45.7 for Portland. But the Cavaliers' overall efficiency gives them the statistical edge. Offensively, Donovan Mitchell is the engine. He's producing 29.1 points, 5.8 assists, and 4.7 rebounds per game, shooting 48.4% from the field, 38.4% from three, and 84.2% at the line. Darius Garland adds 18.0 points and 6.9 assists with 45.1% shooting and 36.0% from deep. Evan Mobley supplies balance inside with 17.9 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks on 51.2% shooting. Cleveland's identity is rhythm and spacing, drive and kick precision backed by interior length. Portland counters with Deni Avdija, who leads them with 25.5 points, 6.7 assists, and 7.2 rebounds, while shooting 46.7% overall and 35.6% from three. Shaedon Sharpe contributes 21.9 points and 6.2 rebounds, and Donovan Clingan anchors the paint with 11.2 points, 11.1 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks on 52.4% shooting. The Blazers rely on size and secondary playmaking. They attack downhill and look to crash the glass. The defining theme is Cleveland's offensive fluidity against Portland's interior presence. Can Clingan and the Blazers' length disrupt Cleveland's ball movement? Or does Mitchell's shot-making stretch the defense beyond its comfort zone? Recent form sharpens the contrast. Cleveland has won 3 of its last 5, including convincing victories over Orlando and the Lakers, and a 129-99 statement against LA. They've scored at least 119 in 3 of those games, showing consistent offensive pace. Portland, meanwhile, has dropped 4 of 5, including a 30-point loss to New York and narrow defeats to Washington and Toronto. Their defense has surrendered 115 or more in 4 straight losses, and late-game execution has faltered. At center stage is Mitchell versus Avdija, a contrast in rhythm, power, and intent that defines the tone of the matchup. Mitchell's game is explosive yet controlled. Cleveland's 14.7 three-pointers made per team per game reflect the collective perimeter confidence he helps ignite, and his 1.394 offensive efficiency underscores his command of spacing, timing, and late-clock poise. He accelerates into gaps, rises comfortably off the dribble, and punishes defenders who hesitate for even a split second. Avdija counters with force and versatility, carrying a 1.525 offensive efficiency while initiating offense, pushing in transition, and rebounding through traffic. He welcomes contact, leverages his frame, and creates sharp driving angles where others see congestion. Mitchell hunts space and manipulates pace. Avdija absorbs contact and manufactures advantage. One thrives on tempo shifts and quick trigger precision, the other on sustained physical pressure and downhill persistence. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Cleveland Cavaliers winner tactically. Cleveland's 28.4 assists signal structured half-court execution. Portland must limit turnovers. They average 16.2 per game because live ball mistakes fuel Cleveland's transition attack. Rebounding will be a swing factor. If Klingon and Avdija control the glass, Portland can slow the pace and shorten the game. But if Mobley and Allen establish verticality at the rim, Cleveland's defensive rotations can force contested perimeter looks. Bench impact and late-game clarity tilt toward Cleveland. Their assist-to-turnover balance, 2.1 ratio, and perimeter accuracy create cleaner closing possessions. Portland needs sharp shot-making and timely three-point shooting. They hit 14.0 threes per game to offset defensive gaps. Cleveland's offensive balance and perimeter efficiency prove decisive. Portland competes behind Avdija's all-around production, but Cleveland's spacing and playmaking win the final possessions. Cleveland's discipline and offensive precision carry the night, steady, composed, and ultimately too complete. My second pick for this match is total over 226.5